Hello, I'm your host Hognose Gaming, and welcome to Forza Motorsport 4. In my opinion, Forza Motorsport 4 is the best in the Forza Motorsport franchise. Most people say, oh, you're just tripping on nostalgia. But I say, no, this game is actually pretty decent for coming out back in 2011. The neat thing about Forza Motorsport 4, it's the first game in the franchise to have Auto Vista, which in my opinion, it's pretty neat. You get to see some pretty cool cars, pretty good detail. Also, don't forget you have Jeremy Clarkson to tell you things about the cars, which is pretty fun. And then you have that other random British narrator guy. I don't know who he is. Does anyone know who he is? I have no idea who that guy is. But yeah, you're able to, like, oh, look, it's a Ford GT. Or, oh, look, it's a Ferrari 458 Italia. Wow, fancy. I really like that. And the reason why they can do this is because instead of doing like, oh, let me draw lines on the car, then take a camera, snap 1,000 shots of the car, go to a computer, take all the stupid photos, line up the lines, slap them together, and boom, 3D model. It's not as simple as that. If it was, that'd actually be really cool, but sadly it's not. But now, by this time of this game, technology is advanced enough where you're able to actually take a laser scan of the car, which is actually really cool because you can get every single tiny detail. Plus, Forza Motorsport 4, for some reason, was the second to last Forza Motorsport game to have Jeremy Clarkson in it. Like, come on, Jeremy Clarkson's a legend. You can't have Forza without Jeremy. It just doesn't make sense. He just makes the game 1,000 times better. Forza Motorsport 3 actually was technically the first game to have the livery editor, but it was kinda rough around the edges. Forza Motorsport 4's is a lot more refined and just nicer in general, a few more shapes, and you're able to create really nice cars. At the end of the video, I have a clip of me making a Castrol Toyota Celica rally car. Pretty nice. Don't skip ahead though. No, hey, I know you're thinking about it. Don't skip ahead. You still got a lot more video to watch, but hold on. Hold your briefs. You do not need to go jumping, okay? Okay. The cool thing about Forza Motorsport 4's driving style, it's somewhere in between Forza Motorsport 1 and Forza Motorsport 8 when it comes to driving style. Forza Motorsport 8, super realistic, super slidey, you do anything wrong and you die. Forza Motorsport 1, everything feels exactly the same, literally no difference between any of the cars. It's just kind of bland and arcadey. This game is a perfect mix. The cars actually handle decently, but they have their own unique charm. Like, a compact handles a lot differently than a supercar, and a giant truck drives different than a hypercar, or, again, a compact. They all drive differently. They have their own driving styles, which I like. Also, Forza Motorsport 1, yeah, I know it came out 2005 and all. Its graphics definitely were not the best. Forza Motorsport 8, yeah, I know the graphics are really good if you have a computer or an Xbox Series. But me, I'm not that rich. I don't have Forza Motorsport 8 on two different things. I only play it on my Xbox One. So, it basically has the same exact graphics, if not worse, than Forza Motorsport 4. So, yeah. When it comes to the racetracks, there's only 26, but you got legendary tracks like Fujimi Kaido. You got the classics like Le Mans, Sebring, Indianapolis 500. Yeah, I know the new ones have those, but they don't have Fujimi Kaido and a few others. I guess, to be fair, the new ones do have Laguna Seca, which that's a pretty cool track. But do they have the perfect drift track that we all love and hate? Because literally, if you ever drove on that track, there's like 100% chance that you always go cascading into the walls because your car's a bit too slippery. The only issue I have about the racing physics, if you touch the grass eats your car, and then you eat a wall. It sucks, especially on Le Mans. If you slightly drift into the grass, it just screws your race. Ugh. But with the also, since there's no time penalty thing in this game, if you try cutting tracks, they basically make it have a slowdown effect. For all you younger GTA 5 YouTube short kids, like the weird stop stick thingies and the custom maps people make. It slows your car to a halt. It makes you go at like 2 miles an hour. It's really annoying, but hey, they have to prevent people from just completely cutting somehow. Also, there's something that's crazy. The stupid assisted braking. Why? Like, the assisted braking does nothing to help you. It literally screws you over. It brakes when you should be on a straight. It brakes on a straight. Why? It limits your top speed. Why? It's just, it makes it so hard to steer. Because when you're steering around a corner, you're going a little too fast, that the game doesn't like it, it slams on the brakes, and it makes it impossible to steer. It's just so annoying. I don't know why people play like that. I know people who play with that setting on. You're limiting your own potential, which is kind of annoying. And if you have any friends over to play with you, it's so annoying to drive like that. Like, how do you guys do it? I don't understand. Plus, Forza Motorsport 4 was one of the last games in the Forza Motorsport franchise to have good damage models. Like, in the new Forza Motorsports, you can crash into a barrier at the speed of sound. What happens? Oh, your mirrors fall off and your car gets a little tiny dent and a couple scratches? That's not what would happen. I guess your bumper falling off wouldn't happen either. Your car would crumple like Demon G. But still, at least in this game, your bumper falls off. One of my favorite things to do in this game is go on to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, full circuit. I love to get myself the good old Celine F-150, and I go the wrong way as fast as I can and head on people. I just love watching the carnage ensue. I just love seeing the bumpers, spoilers, mirrors, everything just fly off the other cars and my car as we collide, going like 120 miles each, so like 140 or 240 combined. I loved doing that stuff, but in the new games you can't. In the new games you just bounce off of them like a pinball, and then you'd go into ghost mode. Actually, I don't even think you can go the reverse way around the track without either getting reset or going into ghost mode, so you can't even crash into the AI. Another big thing is car count. Forza Motorsport 1, it has a few cars. Forza Motorsport 8 has a lot of them. In Forza Motorsport 4, it's somewhere in between. Doesn't have as much as 8. Definitely more than 1. And yeah, I know, like, oh, no Porsches and stuff. You only got one singular roof unless you have this DLC. I've got this account after the stores and stuff shut down on Xbox 360, but at the same time, it has plenty of cars to keep me content. Yeah, I know there's a few cars that may or may not be clones of each other and are just different decals on them, but still pretty fun. The car selection in Forza Motorsport 4 is actually really big. You got over 500 vehicles, which is crazy. And that's not even counting the DLC. Again, I don't have the DLC, so no DLC cars will pop up. But if you are lucky enough to have DLC, they have stuff like the Tesla Roadster. Tesla in racing games, since when? They have Porsches. Again, since when do racing games have Porsches in 2011? Also, unlike Need for Speed at the time, they actually have Toyota. Like, Toyota in a racing game, pretty neat. I guess Gran Turismo does also have Toyota, like the Castrol Toyota Celica that I make later. And they have the Castrol Toyota Supra, and a few other cool cars and all. But last time I checked, which is never, they don't have a Di Tommaso Pantera or a Gumpert. The modification system in this game's, I guess it's fairly bland. Like, yeah, you got a whole bunch of different cool body kits and stuff, but at the same time, you don't have, like, a lot of different modifications. But the one thing that this game does do good, it has a good Forza wing. Like, the Forza wing in this version doesn't suck like all the new ones. It's actually nice looking, and if you put it on race cars, it won't completely spoil the look. Haha, pun intended. Spoiler. Haha, so funny, I know. You should like just for that. But now that I'm like actually paying really close attention, I can see why people call it nostalgia blindness. Like, it makes sense. No one can get a more iconic console than the Xbox 360. Yeah, I know, like, the PS2 or 3 or whatever sold way more units than the 360. But at the same time, do you remember the startup? Actually, I guess I kind of do. I never had any of those consoles because I was always an Xbox kid growing up. And I still remember the ear rape that PS2 gives you. Just wow. But yeah, it's just so iconic. It's just fond memories for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's just so great. And also, what's this weird thing going on about the fourth games being so good? Forza Motorsport 4, in my opinion, the best. Gran Turismo 4, in my opinion, the best. GTA 4, in my opinion, the best. Also, Forza Horizon 4, great game. Like, I know Forza Horizon 2 is better. I prefer, unless you're talking about Xbox 360 Forza Horizon 2, we do not talk about that game. It's the Ford Mustang Mach-E equivalent to the Forza games. It's just ungodly awful. Ugh. But Forza Horizon 4, it had decent music. I liked it. I hated the winter. The winter in it sucked. But it was still such a good game. I have so many fond memories of that game. And like some of the songs from it, like Duck Sauce's Anywhere, Marshmallows, Fly, M83's Midnight City, or even MGMT's Kids. Like, those are great songs. They just embed themselves in your head and never let go. They'll always pop up here and there. The game songs in this game are amazing. The track songs aren't as good, but I'll explain why the race songs people don't find as good in this game. Let's start with the menu music. Cold ATF. Cold ATF is like one of the most classic songs in this game. Like, whenever you think of music in Forza Motorsport 4, you most likely think of Cold ATF. Then there's EV, another one of the classics that you most likely think of. And don't forget some of the good race music, like Ballistic Circuit or Suicide Door. They're really good songs. But everyone's like, oh, Ballistic Circuit and Suicide Door aren't as good as the other ones. Yeah, they aren't as good as the other ones. Like, EV and Cold ATF, they're on such a different league. They make good songs sound bad. Like, that's why everyone thinks, oh, the race songs in this game are awful. No, it's not that they're awful. They're really good. It's just the menu music is way better. It's like infinitely better. Well, here's the custom livery creation that I was talking to you about earlier. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. We are currently at 56 subscribers. Also, I have a Twitch. Go follow my Twitch. I'm trying to reach 50 for my affiliate. I only need 20 more followers. Get there before it's gone. I also have a Discord server. You can join that by going to my Twitch. I basically stream this entire thing, making this livery on my Twitch. So if you want to see how I perform my livery making magic and see how I do it all, come check me out on Twitch. I do everything. I stream a bit of Minecraft, Forza. Just pop in, say hi, leave a follow, and tell me that you came from this video. Until we meet again, I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.